What? Is this working? Is everyone able to see me? Oh, one person. Am I able to record in this direction? I don't know if anyone can help me with that. If anybody's there. No. Oh my goodness, I hit like the wrong button. Okay, can you tell I don't do a whole lot of lives on Facebook? Let's see, I'm supposed to invite Stephanie, and I did. Hey, are you seeing me in the correct direction, or do I need to figure out a way to flip it on my phone? Because this is the direction I usually use for YouTube, and I don't know if the landscape is okay. You guys let me know. Oh, Steph's here. Good. She's gonna get in here. There we go. I have to flip it? Okay, hold on. All right. Don't anybody get sick. I'll try to fix it.
Hey.
Hey, Steph. Apparently it doesn't like me to flip my phone.
Oh.
So now I'm trying to change my thing here so I can put my phone in. I don't know if I'll be able to go that high. I don't think it'll go that high. Okay, what am I going to do? I'll figure it out, guys. Don't y'all worry. Might have to just turn it sideways. I don't know how to do it, so I'll work. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold the presses.
Happy quilting day, everybody.
Yes, very excited to be doing this. Thank you so much, Steph, for writing the pattern. It's super cute. So I'm doing surgery.
That's all right.
Let's see, does it have to be that way? Am I doing it the wrong way? Would surprise me. Would not surprise me. So I have cut some fabric out, and I'm going to be using, well, that wasn't fun. I'm going to be using Phosphor, which is by Liz Elliott. And if you end up liking it, you can find it. Oops, that wasn't good. You can find it in my shop. Obviously, it's not going to help you right now. But if you do like it, it's there. And you can make it any way you want. Because if you look at behind Stephanie, you'll see that she made one earlier with just a bunch of teals, which is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Or if you look at the picture that I attached to, like, in my Facebook, and I'm sure Steph did, you can see that you can do rainbow, which is what I'm going to be doing with the Phosphor.
Yeah.
So okay, let's see how I have to do.
I'm going to make a rainbow one now, too. I'm very excited to do the rainbow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And I'm trying to use like different, there we go. Back up maybe. I'm trying to use like different fabrics that I've been in the shop. And so I'm also going to use a, like a cream colored thatch, which is by Robin Pickens, instead of just like pure white.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Do you hear like a reverberation or something?
I did for a minute, but it's gone now.
It's gone now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is not fun so far. I didn't know I was going to have to film in this like way. And I hope everybody will be able to see what we're doing. Okay. So I have I just have a black fabric, just a standard black fabric from Art Gallery Fabrics, and that's going to be for the top and bottom of the spool. And these are my 10 fabrics. The Father by Libs Elliott, and it's just a nice little rainbow collection. And then this is the Thatched from Robin Pickens.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to look good. I put them next to each other and look pretty good. So I'm excited. And your directions are very easy. So if you guys are just getting your fabric together now, you'll need 1 yard of background, which is, Jessica says that she sent me a messenger. It says technical difficulties. She can't see me. It says video unavailable. I don't know why. Is anybody else having any problems? I don't think. It looks like we have other people in there.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've got her too, and I can see both of us, so not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. Let me, well, I guess I'll have to go over here and try to talk to her. Sorry, I hope I'm not being.
Thing looks like for anybody.
Sorry, guys. Trying to help anyone who's having difficulties so that they can. Oh, she unsent the message, so she must not be having problems anymore. Okay. I'm not going to worry then. I'm going to go head back over here. Of course, I could have some coffee.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay. So I do have my fabric, but I have not pressed it or started to cut it yet. I'll just use my AccuQuilt to cut the 2.5-inch strips because I didn't have strips. So again, you'll need 1 yard of background, which is I'm using the Thatched by. So you want to have like a white or a cream, or you can do some kind of tone on tone if you want. No rules. I think it would be super cute no matter how you do it.
Yeah, you could even do it solid as long, if you wanted to. So
yeah. You could make your spool into like varying shades of gray and then like a big bright background. I mean, you could do it any way you want. Really. 1/2 yard of black for the spools, and then you'll need 10 assorted colors, whether you want them to be variations of the same color like the one Stephanie has behind her, or whether you want it to be 10 different colors for like a rainbow, such as in the thing that I just sent over in my, or that I put up for advertising that we were doing this. And you'll need 2.5-inch by 20-inch strips. And then to subcut your fabrics, we're going to go, as we get to that part, we'll tell you exactly how we're going to subcut. But if you want to quickly write it down, I'll go slow. Of the background, which is typically white, you'll need 2 6-inch squares, and you'll need 2 25-inch by 5-inch rectangles. That's 2 6-inch squares and 2 25-inch by 5-inch rectangles. Out of the black for the spools, you'll need 2 6-inch squares and 2 20-inch by 5-inch rectangles. So again, out of the black, you'll need 2 6-inch squares and 2 20-inch by 5-inch rectangles. And for the border, which is also the white or whatever you're going to use for the white, you'll need 4 2.5-inch by width of fabric pieces. So it's 4 2.5-inch by width of fabric pieces. And again, as we're sewing this, we are going to say these numbers again, so you don't have to, you didn't write them down, It's fine. We're going to be doing it as we go. So I know I still need to press my fabric, and it looks like that's what Steph's doing right now too. So
and
that's what we're doing.
If you have some leftover jelly roll pieces, that works perfect for this. That's what I'm using. I'm using like some leftover fun pieces from jelly roll.
Absolutely. Use your scraps if you have them.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to watch the chat as best I can, but you guys, I'm probably gonna miss a lot. So
yeah,
Stephanie and I wanted to be able to sew with you, so we might miss some stuff.
And if you guys go to Yvette's Facebook and mine, our pages, the instructions for what you need is on there for all the fabric requirements.
Did everybody know that it was Worldwide Quilting Day? I actually just found out maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. I saw someone posting about it.
Yeah.
Until then, I didn't know.
That's why we decided to do this. We wanted to sew with other quilters today. So some of us don't necessarily have a lot of quilters in our area or can leave the house due to health reasons because of COVID. So this is a way we can get together.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I'm so glad that you put together like just a quick little pattern that we can do together. It's like so simple, which is awesome.
Yes. I wanted to make it very simple, something that would be easy to do together online and for a beginner. And just fun.
Yeah. Good job. I can't wait to like finish this and hang it in my room somewhere.
Yeah. So Vicki asked, is this just one big spool or many? No, we're just making kind of one big spool. It'll be a wall hanging that you can put in your sewing space, or if you know somebody who wants something for their sewing space, good swap gift.
It's gonna finish at, what are the dimensions again? About 24 by 36?
Actually, it came out to, this one behind me came out to 33 by 33 actually.
Oh, cool.
A little bit bigger.
That's a nice.
Could have been my math.
Well, we did have to do it pretty quick, so
and
I think it's pretty good.
Pretty late, so I was tired.
Yeah. Hi, Patrice.
Hi, happy quilting day.
I'll try to, I know that there's a whole lot of you here that I totally did not say hi to. I have not been looking. I see Kathleen Champ is here. And if you guys are actually going to sew with us, maybe say that like in the chat. I'll try to keep looking right now as I'm just pressing and see who's going to be actually sewing. And if you want to, once you're finished with it, you can post pictures of it in Stephanie Stitches and in the Jelly Beanies or on any of my pages.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's awesome. You could also post on Instagram if you don't mind and like tag us.
Does anybody have any questions so far? Because I've got my strips already ironed, so if you have any questions, I can answer them. Nothing?
See anybody talking.
No.
It's just us. Just us chickens. We have 14 people.
Awesome. You're all going to make us talk about ourselves.
That's going to be a real short convo. Oh, I totally forgot to send out the text.
Oh,
Poopy do.
Oh, maybe you should do that real quick.
I don't know if I can do that while I'm on this.
Oh, that's right. You're using.
Oh, you know what? It's on my computer. Hold on. Let me go over here.
There you go. So what did everybody do today while she's doing that? I got woken up by a cat jumping on my belly.
Oh, Lord.
That's always fun.
Always.
Yeah. He doesn't do it very often. He usually wakes up Sarah that way, not me, but that's okay. And then we had some breakfast and we watched our church service remotely. And then I just relaxed a little bit and now I'm here with you guys. Oh, awesome. Rose said she's sewing with us, but she's working on a patriotic wall hanging for her son, who's been in the Air Force.
Excellent.
Been away.
That's fine. You're sewing. I'm excited.
Yeah. He's been away in Kuwait for 7 months. Oh, prayers for him.
Oh, no. Hi, Mary Jane.
Hi, Mary Jane.
Thank you, Patrice. You're so sweet.
You're so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Jackie. Jackie Spears here.
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie said, didn't know you were doing this. We didn't know either.
we had no idea.
Kind of a last-minute thing. Why don't we sew something for Worldwide Quilting Day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, Vicky said she watched quilting videos on TV. For lunch, she ate tapioca pudding that hubby makes every day. Then she was sewing 1.5-inch squares in twosies for a table runner. Ooh, those are little bitty pieces.
Yeah.
Now she's watching us.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a nice day, Jackie, isn't it? Like, it's so pretty here. It's sunny and about 50 degrees, so it's really, really nice. And it was like freezing yesterday. This weather's so weird. I had on this like huge oversized sweatshirt yesterday because I was so cold.
Okay. Text is going out.
Awesome.
All right.
Shelly, she's walking on her treadmill and then she will sew with both of us. Yay! I need to get the fabric measurements. Yep, the fabric requirements, Shelly, are on my Facebook page and Yvette.
Yeah, it's like it's on the picture that we put up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. That's bad. Okay. I'm continuing to press now.
Don't worry.
And y'all know there is like no pressure to finish, and the only reason why I mention that is because I am like the slowest quilter on earth. So I'll still probably be cutting fabric and y'all will be like halfway done sewing. So we're going to let Stephanie lead all of this is basically what I'm saying. Because I think probably more people are going to be on your speed than mine.
But this goes together really quick. It really does.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, everything about it is like so simple. I'm excited. Jellybean, what are you doing, baby? Okay. Look, you can nap right there, sweetheart. Was that you getting my text?
Me?
Yeah, I heard a little ding.
Oh, I thought that was from you. No.
It might have been from me because I just got my text. So I signed myself up for it at the beginning to make sure it was working.
Oh, okay. It could.
So now every time, yeah, no, I get my own messages now.
Yeah.
Oh, Gina's here.
Hi, Gina. Mary, we are making this pattern or this wall hanging that's behind me here. This spool that I kind of came up with. If anybody would like me to email you a copy of the PDF that has the fabric requirements and the cutting, I can do that real quick. Shelly, I sent that to you. I have Shelly's email. I don't have a lot of people's email. But if you would like that, I would be happy to send the PDF to you. Oh. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat. You're welcome for the text. Linda Wagner says she wants the PDF.
Okay. I'm going to put my...
And Kathleen Champ.
Okay. I'm going to put my email in here. If you guys can email me, I can just respond to it. That's going to be the easiest live right like this. So if you...
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah. An email to my email that I just put in there, then I'll shoot you back the PDF real quick.
Did I just hear your sewing machine?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm like still pressing. I haven't even like cut my strips or nothing. Y'all are definitely going to be ahead of me.
And had an advantage. I kind of had the pattern already.
Well, that's true. And you had strips. I mean, I don't have strips.
Yeah.
So, but I will use my AccuCut quilt. So I will get those strips cut quickly. But I cut this fabric from the very start of my phosphor, and you know how that looks. so I need...
It's so pretty.
It really is. Oh, Netta must be here.
Yeah.
Vicky's here because I see her name, Vicky Rolls.
Yep. And Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Netta. Hi, Carol. Carol Baldwin's here. Good to see you.
Hi, Carol.
Yeah, Vicki, if you can email me, I can send you a copy of the PDF right away. I'm going to put my email in here again. There you go. Oh, Mary, you finished your block 3 of the block of the month. Good. I haven't.
I haven't either. Jellybean, go ask Daddy for dinner. That boy's got a bottomless pit. I'm not even kidding.
Mary said, finally, LOL. Yay. I'm glad you finished it. I'm got to get caught up. You guys are all going to be done. I'm going to be still on like month 4.
I have to like do the, you know, some sewing at like 2 in the morning to get the blocks all done. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Jessica says, I missed some instructions. What do I do to start? Jessica, if you send an email to Stephanie, she will reply back with the sheet that will give you your fabric requirements and the cutting instructions. And basically, we're all just sewing together. So, and we're all going to be at different paces. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Stephanie's already sewing. I'm still pressing fabric. So, I mean, we're all on our own, you know, we all have different speeds. So, right now, that's where we are. Oops. Stephanie is sewing and I'm still pressing. So
that's okay. Actually,
you're good. You're not way behind or anything like that. Kathleen says, Steph, if oops, I missed it all. You're welcome, Teresa. Barbara wants to know, where do I find the live Facebook video? I don't know if she's on my text thing or not. I'm going to have to go over to my computer. Mary wants to know if we can talk about the postcard items that are in my Etsy shop. Okay, well, those are Jen Kingwell. And she has this whole series of postcard blocks that use a template, which is included in the package. Sorry, you can have like a weird view of me. And so basically you can make an entire quilt whatever size you want using those templates. Okay, I don't know how I got that message from. How did she message me? Did she email me? I talk to myself, guys. Ask Steph.
Yes, she does. That's all right.
That's how I get through everything. I talk myself through everything. Let's see.
Mary, Carol, Linda, Kathleen, I sent the PDF to you guys. If anybody else wants it, send me an email. I'm sending those out now.
So someone did send me a message and I can't find it, so I don't know how she sent it to me. I get way too many emails, guys. It's really sad to try to find stuff.
Teresa said, welcome to the club.
Right?
Oh, hey, Becca.
What's that?
Becca's here. Hi, Becca.
Oh, hi, Becca.
Becca, you want the PDF? You want to join in?
Oh, here, I think this is barbecue.
Ooh, I need to change my needle. I can tell by the sound it makes through the.
That's helpful.
Mary, the finished size, it came out, the one behind me came out to like 33 by 33-ish. I guess it depends on kind of like your seam allowance.
Okay. Which rainbow fabric were you using, Steph? I don't remember what you said because I don't have a very, good memory.
No,
hi, Kelly.
I actually never said. It's an older fabric that I've had in my stash. Like I had an older jelly roll that I've had for a really long time, and I don't even know the line because it was unwrapped. I used it for something else, but it's
okay.
Like little like stars. I don't know if you can see that. Like on the it's really cute. So
it looks really cute. I don't remember what that line is. Okay, Vicky says, can I get your email address again because she sent it and it didn't go through, so she thinks she typed it wrong.
No problem. Oh, I just put my website. Sorry guys, hold on, don't click on that one. There you go. That might have been my fault. Maybe I did that before.
Oh, she says she did something wrong. Okay. Y'all are all just to take the blame. It's okay. Nobody has to be blamed.
Hi, Karen. Karen Sharp is here. Kelly.
Hi, Karen.
Dear, hi, Kelly.
Oh, I see Nancy just came in. Hi, Nancy.
Nancy.
Well, I heard you guys talking about nice weather, and it's like really nice here too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like in the 50s. I went out in short sleeves just with what you see here to go to the post office and pick up lunch and everything. It was like, of course, I like it chilly, so to me, 50 something is, nice and warm.
Oh, I think 50 something is warm.
Yeah, it was nice. Put it that way. It wasn't warm, but I mean, I could go out comfortably with short sleeves on, which was good.
57 in Wisconsin, Nancy said. Yeah, it's like 51, 52 here. It's really nice.
Nice. Oh, I missed Kathleen's message. I saw something with my name on it. Kelly, if you send an email to Stephanie, she'll send you the little pattern that we're working off of. Pattern is kind of a strong word because, she did it really quick. I mean, she did it last night. So, hold on. I'm still going back because Kelly says I missed a message from her.
Yeah, no
problem. Holy cow, I'm going back really far. I wonder what I missed.
Teresa said 50
I'm
Michigan.
Sorry, Kelly.
Next week, 60s. I could handle 75 all year. Yep.
Yeah. 60s would be really good.
60s, I'd love, yeah.
Yeah.
60s and 70s.
Okay. Kathleen says, and this was a long time ago. Sorry, Kathleen. It's okay. We sometimes need a professional's advice. I know, as I talk to myself all the time. Oh, about that. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, I got it. Teresa hates heat and humidity. She won't miss the summers in Kentucky. Yep. I don't blame you, girlie. I have a lot of people ask me if I'd be moving back to Louisiana, and I'm like, heck no.
You're like, no. I don't
no. There have been times when I've gone to visit, and I'm like, dude, I know why I left.
Yeah.
I mean, it was more than the weather. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, yeah. The weather would definitely keep me from going back, if nothing else. Yes, Stephanie Fader is her name, so you got the right person. Carol says she got her new iron today. So thank you for the super fast shipping, she said.
Awesome, good, yay. Do you like it? The purple? You got the purple, right?
Oh, she got the purple.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, Vicky, I got your email now, hon. I'll reply to it. Yay.
Yeah, Kelly says she would not move back to Louisiana either.
Oh, Vicky said she pronounces her last name Robles. Vicky Robles.
Robles. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you for telling us. Names are
yes, because if
and I am so afraid that I'm gonna offend somebody. If we say your name wrong, just tell us.
Yes, please tell me. Because once I've said it the wrong way like 100 times, that's over.
It's hard to change, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had a friend that I used to work with. This was like years ago. And when she would, you know, go into a new job, she would always go by Cynthia. Mm-hmm. Well, we got to be like really good friends. And then she was like, well, all my friends call me Cindy. I'm like, dude, I will never be able to call you Cindy. I have called you Cynthia for like 3 years. There's like no way it's going to happen. And I still can't do it. I just think of her as Cynthia.
Kelly Sanchez said, Green said, dude, same here, Yvette. I like to visit every once in a while, but no way will I move back to Louisiana.
Yep.
Hey, Sherry. Sherry Geyer's here.
You're fine. This project goes together very quickly, but even that being said, we all have different rates of speed that we work at. So Stephanie's already sewing, but I'm still pressing my fabric. So believe me, there's all sorts of, you don't have to worry about being late, put it that way. Jellybean, go talk to Daddy. He's got an internal clock like nobody's business, I'm telling you what. Like, he knows when it hits 5 o'clock, and he's like, it's dinner.
Yeah. Oh, she
and
got
Mom
to play with a
can
llama
wait till.
today. She said she's so happy.
Oh, good.
Yay. That's fun. Kathleen says, if I'm going to double up 2 strips with the same color, would I cut one piece at 4.5 inches wide instead of 2.5 inches? Math is not working on me right now. Would it be 5 inches?
I know. For some reason, I'm thinking 5 because, wait, hold up.
5 inch piece.
2.5, which is going to go down to 2. So if you put 2 together, you want to make 4 be the final. So 4.5 is correct.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
4.5. Kathleen.
Jellybean, Mommy is busy. Go ask Daddy.
Here, just measure that. That'll make it easier. I already sewed one together. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4.5. Yep.
Vicky says she sees the smoke from my iron. That's great. Would you guys rather like me put the camera down to what I'm doing, or do you like just seeing my face as I'm?
Y'all want to?
I can't get it far back enough. I was thinking that I was going to be able to do the landscape, and apparently Facebook don't like landscape. So now you got one giant picture of my face. Kathleen says, I cannot believe I figured that out, y'all.
Kathleen.
Teresa, we're making from my brain churning. Terry says it's because my brain is churning. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. We're making a pattern that Steph wrote last night, and it's called Spools. If you would like a copy of it, you can send an email to Stephanie, and she will reply to your email with a PDF of it. It's a very, very simple pattern. The pattern is just a 1-page PDF basically telling you what the fabric requirements are and what the cutting instructions are. And then we're just kind of going to sew it as we go here. And don't worry about starting now because I'm only just now finishing pressing my fabric.
And Yvette's going to
it's already sewing.
That's going to download this video and put it on her YouTube channel later. So if you need to go back to finish.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. It'll be on my YouTube later.
Oh, Nancy Quinn said she's going to be a grandmother again, I think.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
That's so fun.
Okay, 2.5-inch strips. Jellybean, I am not going to feed you, baby. Go talk to Daddy.
Oh, after playing with the long arm cherry, I have a new. She said she has a new appreciation for how starching would help reduce all the fraying on the back of the quilt. Don't overstarch though, because.
Yeah, that could be a problem too. I only know different steps.
So many threads, yeah. So many threads. Done a quilt for somebody that they starched so much it felt like stiff paper, and it was really, really difficult. The machine did not like that.
Y'all gonna have to see my mess. Whoa, hold on. the hold on. Technical difficulties. I'm trying to make it so everybody can see me using the AccuQuilt.
Oh,
My poor little. He's like, I need more stability, please.
oh, it's gonna be a girl, Nancy. Aw, she said you should.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
Aw. Sherry said she doesn't think she'll ever start like Kimberly Jolly or Lisa Bonjean. No, please don't.
Yeah, that could be pretty bad. I only know from hearing Steph.
Yeah. It's rough getting it through a machine when it's that starched. You're welcome, Kelly. Nice, Nancy. You discovered you like the 80-20 though? Awesome, Jerry. Yeah. It makes your quilts like the design puffy, and you can really see it. It's nice. You have a better appreciation. Sherry says she also has a better appreciation for how long even computerized quilting takes. Yeah. Depending on how dense the pattern is, even a lap size can take 6-7 hours. Yeah. Can you post a picture of that quilt in like the Jellybean News or something? I'd love to see it. Awesome. Yay. She completed her Sugary Dew quilt on a long arm today.
Excellent. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. She's going to post as a picture. I can't wait to see it.
Excellent.
Kelly said, "Holy amazeballs, Yvette, is that the go thing?"
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Netta, Yvette, how many layers can you cut at once on that cutter?
I think you can cut like 6 to 8, but I usually just do like 4 max. But I think you can do more.
Yeah.
I think I've done 6 before. It's not a problem at all.
I think the most I've ever attempted was 6. I haven't tried more than that. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think I. What's that?
I said I'm not brave.
Yeah, I'm afraid it wouldn't. And then, you know, I mean, what are we trying to prove? It's really fast anyway.
I'd be afraid I'd have like half-cut pieces. So.
I know, right?
Yeah. Netta says, does it do well with vinyl?
Never tried it, so I don't know.
Don't know. I mean, it's
You
nice
might
for fabric, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might say on like the AccuQuilt website in the facts, maybe. Someone else may have asked that question.
Kelly said, well, now I have to start saving up for something else. You'll love it if you get one. I don't have this big.
Oh my gosh, it takes
Yvette.
so much time.
Yeah. I don't have, mine's not as big as Yvette's. I have the smaller one, but I still love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I think a lot of people use it mostly for the applique, and I do have some applique stuff, you know, but it's really great. Like, I get all of the dies for the different strip sizes. I do the different square sizes, the half square triangle sizes, stuff like that. So that I can just do regular, you know, whatever I'm doing, and cut the pieces for me perfectly, quickly. So I appreciate that for sure.
You're going to love it when you get your lessons. You're going to love your long arm. Teresa, I don't see your email yet. Is it somewhere here? I want to get this to you. Nancy, this project will end up being it's a wall hanging. It's what's behind me right here. So it's like 33 by 33-ish. That's fine with Daddy.
Sorry, I don't put my back in everybody's face.
No, you're fine.
Everybody loves my back.
Teresa, I don't see your email. Would you mind just copying it into the chat really quick, and then I'll just copy it into my email and send it to you.
Is that your phone that makes that little noise?
Yeah. I got a text. Yeah.
I love it.
I've got it on silent, like just a vibrate, and I got a text. So. It's like a little kitty cat purring.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, Teresa, I got that sent to you, honey. And Nancy, yep, I'll send it to you right now. You're welcome. The next quarterly box, Teresa, as soon as the fabric ships, then I will put it out there for everybody to pre-order. The fabric was supposed to ship on the 16th of this month, and it's pushed to, I think, the 30th or 31st, because, you know, everything's still delayed in the whole quilting world. So I just want to make sure before I put it out there and the amount of boxes that I have available that I'm going to get all the fabric I ordered. Because sometimes you'll order stuff and you don't get it all. So I would just hate to put it and then somebody pre-ordered it and I have to say, well, sorry, you know, I don't have enough. So I would feel really bad. So soon. Should be.
Totally not fun.
Pardon?
I said it's just not fun.
Yeah. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks. And I'll be posting it on Facebook when it's ready. Yvette said that she would announce it. I think Becca said she would announce it. So it'll be everywhere.
Yep. You guys will know.
I actually have everything else that I need for it, except for the fabric. So
that's
hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Did you meet Becca at the shop? I thought I saw that you were at the shop yesterday. Yvette and I have both had issues with the supply chain, like things that we ordered for people and put on pre-order and then they didn't come in for a couple months. So it's as frustrating as it is for you guys for that to happen. It's so frustrating for us because we just feel terrible. We just want to get you your stuff.
I know. It makes you feel like you took somebody's money and ran away, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So. Oh, Lori said she met Becca and Tiffany at Soya yesterday. That's awesome.
Oh, good.
Denise said, how many boxes did you have for the spring box? I ended up with almost 70. And I ordered a little bit more this time. because I did have quite a few requests for it after I'd sold out. So hopefully that'll go well. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Teresa. She said most of us realize what is going on and it's out of your control. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very frustrating for us though, because we really want to get you guys your things. Plus, a lot of times, like, we order the fabrics that we like too, so we're like, we want it as well.
Yeah.
But I've heard that the post office is finally catching up. So at least once the things are here, it seems like when they go out through the post office, they're going to get to you all quicker than they have been. So
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Kelly says that's why she let you know about the charm pack last night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she bought a designer line, a charm pack, and one of the pieces they cut funky. Like, they only gave her like a chunk of a piece instead of like a whole 5-inch square. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, it's very interesting, the things that you learn when you start, like when you have an Etsy shop and you start ordering like fabric and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like I, just as an example, hold on, I got it right here. I have this thatch that came in and somebody ordered like a yard or something. I don't remember how much. And when I was going to pull the fabric out and then start to cut it, I noticed that there was this big stain on it. And it's white, you know, it's like it's cream colored fabric. So there's no way you wouldn't see that. But I mean, we can't, there's nothing we can do about it. We can call them and say, hey, we got this fabric with like big smudge on it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like, we pretty much just eat that.
They don't really care.
Or like it'll come on a bolt and it's so wrinkled on the bolt and there's like nothing I can do unless I sat there and pulled it out and started ironing it, which that's not a really great idea, to be honest with you. I mean, I just send it wrinkled because what am I going to do?
Yeah. Oh, we got a few new people join. Pamela's here.
Hi, oh, yeah.
Pamela. And Barb is here. Hi, Barb.
Hi, Barb.
And
hi, Pamela.
Put my email in the chat again. If you all email me, I can send you a PDF of, we're making this wool pattern behind me. I can send you the PDF for the fabric requirements and the cutting instructions.
It's very, very simple, guys.
Yeah.
We're just celebrating Worldwide Quilting Day.
Yeah, we thought we'd just do something fun and simple for National or International Quilting Day.
Oh, Barb said she had difficulties, but she prevailed. Yay!
Yay. Y'all should have seen Yvette and I trying to figure out how to get on all this. We are not tech savvy.
It was actually quite funny. We probably should have like recorded that for everybody.
Right? moment how frustrated you get, but now that we're like going and we're fine, it's hilarious now.
Oh, now it's hilarious. Then we were like about to yank ourselves bald-headed,
Yep.
trying to figure out how to do this.
Kelly, yes, she uses Best Press. Denise said you were missing Becca, huh? Becca is back. She made it back safely, so. She was here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here. She's probably tired, or at least I would be from all that traveling. Vicky said, yes, I would love to have seen that. You must do one of those blooper nights like Kimberly Jolly at Fat Quarter Shop does. I'm not sure if you guys ever wanted to see that. You probably would have never watched us.
Yeah. There probably was way too much bleeping going on.
Hi, Angela. Good to see you.
Hi, Angela.
Oh, Denise said she thought maybe Becca was our tech support. We didn't have Becca. That's why we did it this way, because we couldn't figure it out. Oh, good, Teresa. I'm glad you got it.
Oh, thanks, Angela.
Good to see you too.
I was going to say that, and then I was like, well, that sounds kind of funky. We don't really see her, but
that's true.
We are happy to see you. Still happy to see your name.
Yeah.
And you're talking to us. We love that.
I can't wait for the day where we can all get together again and see each other in person, because there's so many people who come on and say hi to us, and I would just love to put the face to the name.
I'm going to give everybody a big old hug.
I know. I miss that. I like to hug people.
I know, me too.
Yeah. Angela, if you email me, I'll just put my email in the chat. I can send you the pattern. Not really a pattern. I keep saying pattern. It's not really a pattern.
That's sort of a pattern. It's just so easy that you don't have to say a whole bunch about it.
Yeah, yeah. Aw, Lori said if we come to Vegas, she'll hug us. Yay.
Okay. You got it, girlie.
I like warm hugs.
Yes. I like warm hugs and I can't die. Steph, do you already have like all your squares and everything cut?
Yeah, I have everything cut. I'm not sewn.
Oh, girl. I ain't done cutting. I'm over here cutting. I'm going to have something done by the end of this.
Mary, I would love to come to Northwest Washington. I've never been to Washington State. I've been to a lot of the states. My grandparents, when they were living, that was a big deal to them. They didn't ever really, and totally fine with me, buy us like presents and stuff, but they made a point to take us places. And like I've been to a lot of the national parks, and I've been to a lot of states, but I've never ever been to Washington State. And I want to go.
Well, that's it. You got to go.
Yeah, I want to go to Vancouver too. So, like that part of the country just totally fascinates me. From all the pictures I've seen, it looks gorgeous. Oh, that's right. Carol's in Washington as well. Pamela said she was singing your song the other day.
Probably sing it better than me.
Oh, I didn't know there was a difference. Carol said Vancouver, Washington, or Vancouver, BC. I don't know. I think I meant Canada, but I'm not sure. People talk about Vancouver up there, so I was thinking it was Canada, but I didn't know there was a Vancouver, Washington. Anyway, the Northwest. I've been as far as like Yellowstone. I've not been any further west than that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think then Vancouver up in Canada. Like somebody said you can take a bridge from Washington State up to Vancouver. Is that correct for the Washington people? Okay, so I have to iron it, but I got the center right here of the spool. This one I did in aquas that I had left over because I just love aqua. This is my rainbow center.
Oh, nice!
I need to trim it, but yay.
I got to get my butt on it in gear here.
Oh, the bridge cross is from Washington to Oregon. Okay, so maybe they were talking about Vancouver, Washington. See, I don't know anything about the Northwest. I'm sorry, Northwest people. I'm going to have to study up on that.
I would have to study up on it too.
Yeah. In Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. Have you been to Alaska?
I haven't been hardly anywhere, so.
I would love to do one of those cruises where you like fly into like Seattle or something and you go up the coast to Alaska.
Me too.
That would be amazing. Oh, Kelly said she went on an Alaskan cruise for her 25th anniversary. It was awesome. Yay.
Yay.
Lori Thayer said that cruise is on her bucket list. Okay, so we just need to take a bunch of quilters and get on a Alaskan cruise.
Sounds good to me. I am almost ready to start sewing. Don't anybody have a heart attack.
Angela said she watched some of Becca's video. So yeah, their store is amazing, isn't it? It's so amazing. They're so blessed to have that. That's like the dream, you know, dream store. Mary said she's in for the cruise.
Okay, excellent. We got one.
Karen Sharp said, don't they have quilting cruises? Maybe there's one to Alaska. They do have quilting cruises. I haven't seen one to Alaska, but I honestly haven't looked that closely, so that would be
yeah. Okay.
Denise said she wants to go to Alaska too. Yay.
Who wants to go?
Denise Sunquist.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
He said there are several lines that cruise up to Alaska. Yeah. Kelly said she'd go again to quilt with peeps. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Kelly, did you do the one where you see the glaciers? That's awesome, Angela. She said her dream was to open a Fabric Notion store on one side and coffee pastries on the other. Two of my loves, sewing and baking. Yeah, that would be amazing.
There. Jim is doing the laundry. Just one more failing as a wife.
Aw.
I totally forgot about it. Story of my life. Sorry, it's great.
Aw. Vicky said, I did, and we watched them break down too. Beautiful sight, but it is very melancholy. And they saw a few whales too. Oh.
Ooh. That's not fun.
Kelly said she'd move in. I think she was meaning about the shop with the pastries and the fabric. Me too. Angela, you started. I'll come do the long arming in your shop and play with the pretty fabric and live there. That would be fun.
And eat all the pastries and drink all the coffee.
I don't know about all the pastries, because
well, that's true, but you know, some of them.
I'd probably go like have a sugar issue. Aw. Teresa said, Yvette, that just means he's a good man. My husband used to help me with the laundry, cooking, and grocery shopping. That's awesome.
Yes, I know.
So, Angela, what is your favorite pastry to make? Or like your specialty?
Stephanie does cinnamon rolls really well.
They're okay.
There's going to be like imminent sewing going on. Miracle.
Oh, you make Italian cookies. Yum. Do you make pizzelles, Angela? I love pizzelles.
Okay, what am I going to set this up for? Let's see. Oh, that's not happy. He's like, I'm not happy.
Oh, yay. Angela makes pizzelles. Yum. I'm coming to your house.
Excellent.
Oh, biscotti. I love biscotti. I haven't had those in a while. Hard to find in this area. But I do like them.
I'm not going to be able to.
Kelly said her husband makes good cinnamon rolls.
All right. Dum, dum.
Teresa wants to know, Yvette, do you always use your walking foot on steroids? I have the same foot. And she said, LOL.
It's fun. It's actually a digital feed foot. It's not a walking foot. But it works basically in the same way. But you can keep it on all the time. It's not really a walking foot. So I guess the answer to that is really yes. I always use it.
Mark all your seams.
What's that?
She wants to know, do you still mark all your seams?
It depends on what I'm doing. Something like this, I don't really feel it's necessary. If I am piecing traditional blocks, then usually yes.
So I did the center section, the colored part I showed you guys before, and then and those together to make 2 half square triangles. So I'm just trimming those now. The half square triangles go right here at the top and bottom, left to right of the spool. And you'll want to trim your half square triangles down to 5 inches when you get there.
Hi, Richard. Richard is an excellent friend of mine from Australia. How's Sydney? I don't think that he quilts or sews, but you know, I could be wrong. I'm just glad he's here to say hey.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go, if your sewing machine is reversed, or does the camera reverse everything?
Well, mine doesn't, because I have mine fixed to show you everything as is.
Oh, Richard said, you always make me smile. That was nice.
Aww. Mwah.
Angela said today she sewed the 16 9-patch blocks to go around the center medallion for Jean Truelove's block party. Just what I need, another project. Email me. I'll put my email in here for you. I can give you a copy of the PDF that has the fabric requirements and cutting instructions. It's not like a full pattern. I just kind of drew it up last night really fast. So.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I can hear you too. Oh my goodness. You guys, honestly, I hate technology. It's making me crazy. I have no idea what just happened.
We're back. It's all right. We're back.
Oh my goodness.
That's phone let her she couldn't hear me or let her talk or anything. So
yeah, it just like shut off. I don't know. It was really weird. Hi, Linda. Linda Ramirez is here. I used to work with her like a cajillion years ago.
Oh, awesome. And I saw Kate at the wall here too. Yay.
Hi, Kate.
Thank you all.
It was just taking around difficulties. That's all. Oh my goodness. Oh, go figure.
Oh, you know, we don't do well with technology.
It's, you know, everything was just going fine. And then all of a sudden I looked up and like there was nothing from Facebook anymore. And I was like, where did everybody go? And then I must have done something funky with that first video, because now I can't even find it. So hopefully I could find it so I could put it on YouTube. Angela says, Steph, can you post your email again? She got an error message.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem.
I should probably put, I had our video up here, and I guess I could type messages too. Do-de-do-do-do.
Oh, Pamela's going for a walk. She said she hopes we're still here when she gets back. If we don't have any...
I hope we are. We'll be... Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, so if I click on this... Oh, I got to turn off the sound.
We're the blind leading the blind here, y'all, so...
There we go. I'll even be able, like, if push come to shove, apparently I can, like, type something. This is to go under the topic of, yes, you can have a YouTube channel too. Because people who have them don't know what the heck they're doing. Oh. I'll file that under true story.
Yep.
Oh, I was going to move all this paper just to be out of my way. Just got to move it a little bit. You should see the position Jellybean's having to sleep in. Karen says she loves my cat mom shirt.
Aww.
No, I am not using a walking foot. This is a special foot for baby lock machine. It's a digital feed foot. So it acts the same way that walking feet do, but it's not a walking foot. And I use it all the time. Jellybean, that might be dinner, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Jim? Jim? He's deaf, dude. I'm telling you.
Kelly said, not only did my husband grill outside today, he's now making dessert and coffee. That's awesome.
Wow. Oh, Christy's here.
Oh, Christy.
Christy, I saw you Marco Poloing me. I'll have to get back to you in a little bit. It is International Quilting Day, or Worldwide Quilting Day, or whatever they're calling it. Oh, Linda, I didn't know you sewed. I'm very happy to hear that. Happy whatever they are calling it day. Thanks. It's funny because it's like some places I see that it's called National Quilting Day. Other places I see worldwide, and I see, you know, so I don't know what they're, whatever it is.
International Quilting Day. So, yeah, it's kind of funny.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's celebrating quilting.
Yes. Which I love to celebrate.
Yep.
And I know Sami does too.
I know. I got to celebrate all kinds of stuff this weekend. My little guy, our youngest, turned 2 yesterday. So
Aww.
We had that, and now today's quilting day. So that's fun. It's been a good weekend.
It's a good weekend.
Spring this weekend.
What's that?
I think it's officially spring this weekend too, isn't it?
I think I read that somewhere, yeah.
I'm very excited for that.
Like, I think it might even be today.
Oh.
But I could be wrong.
Anybody from this area will tell you that through the winter in Ohio, Michigan, this area, it's very gray. Welcome spring, because I miss this.
Yeah, Christy and Kelly said today.
Today, okay.
Is a day.
Yesterday it was really cold here. It was like 32 and there was a wind chill, and today it's gorgeous. It's like 52 and sunny. So it came just in time for the first day of spring.
Yeah. It's like somebody sent a note.
Yes.
To Mother Nature or something. I kept getting emails that were like, come and see what the snow accumulation is going to be. And I'm like, snow? I mean, listen, I like snow. Don't get me wrong. That's why I live here. But I was like, I don't think it's going to snow. I'm like, what are they talking about?
I do like snow too, to an extent, but you get ready for some sunshine, so.
Yeah, well, that's why it's good to have all the seasons, you know?
Yeah. I don't like,
because
I
there's
hate when there's
too much of a good thing. That was my thing with California. It was too much sun, like, all the time. I needed to have, like, some downtime, you know? And, like, never rained there. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a seasons girl.
Yeah.
Vicky says the hubby needed her. She has little piles of items she's working on and everything in order. But on the back of, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to. On the back of the sewing table. I think it is fine. He doesn't. We can bring another table up and it would be clean. Oh, you and me. Jim puts my stuff in piles everywhere. It drives me nuts. Dorlin says that the winds are blowing and more snow is heading toward Colorado tomorrow and Monday.
No fun. Yvette, where do you live? Linda asked.
I live in Connecticut.
I lived in Oklahoma for a little while, but once the first big tornado came through, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. So then we moved to Arizona for a few years. That's where my grandparents retired to, and I'm with you, Yvette. It was hot or hotter. There was no season change. I missed it, so I was happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't move back there either. I lived in Tucson.
I'm from Ohio originally, but I was happy when my husband got a job back in Ohio because I was like, yeah, I need the seasons. Oh yeah, Jessica, I'm with you. Fall's my favorite season. And maybe a few 80-degree days and she'd be happy.
Yeah, we never get enough of the good seasons, like spring, fall.
Yeah. No, in the movie The Wizard of Oz, how the witches Dorothy says, like, my people come and go so quickly here.
Yeah,
that's how it seems like with the seasons, like with spring and fall.
I know. Down to only 15 people watching now because my stupid phone died. We were doing so good for a while there, Steph.
I know.
I think we had did we have 30-something people?
Yeah.
I thought so too. Bummer pie.
That. And we got a few new people. Christy stopped in. That's awesome.
Yes, thank goodness Stephanie, Christy came in because just added to our peeps.
Oh yeah, Linda Wagner lives in Joplin, Missouri, and she said that tornado season just started. She's originally from Houston and not yet used to the tornado sirens. Yeah.
Okay, I only have one more strip to put on, girlie.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more.
Aw, Christy said she's always here to support you.
Oh, I love you, Christy. She is. She's always there to support me.
You give the best advice, Christy. You really do.
Yep. It's a smart girl right there.
Mm-hmm. Sherry said she's back. Her phone died.
It's a common thing.
You must have said anything. They want a break. Christy, you're so sweet. I sent your box the other day, the opening with the food from Germany. I'm German. Yeah. It was that good.
Bernadette says she loves the wall hanging.
Yay. Glad y'all liked it. Literally last night, Yvette and I were like, we should do something for quilting day. And I'm like, oh, let me draw something. So it was a real quick, you know.
She showed it to me and I was like, yeah, great, let's do it. Every time it gets quiet, I look over there now because that was what happened when my phone died.
Yeah.
It was like everything had gone quiet. But, you know, every once in a while, we're just sewing, you know? So I thought, I didn't think anything of it until I look over there and it's like, it's just my regular phone. There's like no, and I'm like, what happened?
You should have Christy join to like talk.
We should. How do you think it puts the pictures up when we do that? Christy, you want to come on?
It probably just divides it in 3, I would guess.
She's probably, no, I'm off. I've done all of my own videoing today, thanks.
I think she's amazing. The amount of videos she does, that's crazy.
No, right?
Yeah. Like, she must work really hard because I know how long
she does.
Do a video. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lynn is here. Lynn Geldmeyer.
Hey, Lynn.
She just saw this and looks like we're having fun.
We are.
Let's see if I missed anything else.
Oh, somebody said, oh, went away. I'm in Fort Worth. We have tornado siren test every 2 weeks. In grade school, we had tornado drills. We had earthquake drills. We had to like get under our desk. So.
Christy said not this time. She's editing.
Oh.
But she'll do it in the future if we want.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
Lynn, we are making the wall hanging that is hanging behind Steph. And it's very simple. It's a spool of thread, and you can make it however you want. She has the pattern if you want. Of course, we're using the word pattern very loosely because we threw, or I should say she threw it together last night. Just last night, we decided we were going to do it. And so it's basically just a sheet of paper that will tell you what the fabric requirements are and what the cutting instructions are. And we're kind of just figuring that you're an excellent quilter, so you know how to put that together. And so here's mine. I finished piecing my thingy-mabob, but I need to go and press it now.
Awesome.
So I'm going to take you over there. And of course, that means my camera is going to go all funky, but that's okay. The camera will go all funky, but hopefully it at least stays going, like it's running.
Oh,
that would be good. Let's see, maybe I can try to do the pressing. Of course, my tripod is not happy. What do you see? Okay, I see what you see.
I see.
Just turn it. All right, hopefully that'll work.
Yeah.
I got a million strips. I can make like a whole bunch of these now.
Awesome. You can make them in like any color you want to. I did this aqua behind me first because aqua is my favorite color. So I like all the beachy colors. So I did that one first. And now I'm making it again in the rainbow. Different rainbow than Yvette, but rainbow. So it's fun in like any kind of color if you want to match like your sewing room. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fun little wall hanging for your sewing space. Or for somebody that you know sews that would like a little wall hanging for their space. Oh, Christy said, that's amazing. You are so creative. I wish I was that creative. It's really not, I'm not creative, or I don't consider myself creative. It's very linear.
Yes, you are. Come on now.
Oh, very linear, and my brain works with things that are linear lines and things. Like if it was circles or anything like that, I couldn't do it. But I was thinking of you the other day, though, Christy, because I saw a pineapple pattern. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh. Every time we see pineapples, all of us, we only just think of Christy. I love it.
I know.
Because I do the exact same thing.
Sorry.
I do the exact same thing. That's all I said.
Yeah,
you go
talking
ahead.
About washi tape on. I watch Christy's videos. If y'all don't, you should, because they're cute and fun and entertaining. And on YouTube, she's Georgia Sunshine on YouTube. I was watching one where she was talking about, I think it was the dollar store looking for washi tape, and I saw some pineapple washi tape the other day when I was at the store, and I was thinking of her. Now you're just as gaga for stars. Yeah.
Stars are good people too. For sure.
Stars are. Should have pinned this. Oh, shucks.
Uh-oh. I'm listening to what I have to look forward to.
No, I should have pinned it, the fabric slip, so now I got to use our favorite tool.
Oh, gosh.
That's all right. It's one little tool.
Our favorite tool. I love it. Right.
Luckily, he doesn't come out to visit too often, so.
Yeah, me too.
He might get lonely, so I got to pull him out every now and then.
You got to. You just have to.
Thankfully, I don't make too many mistakes, but I was just trying to go quick and wing it, and I should have pinned it.
Right?
Yeah, that's all right.
That's usually when it happens.
Yep. Well, Bernie, it's funny that you say that you want to make a pineapple quilt, because there is a pineapple quilt coming out in a few months, and I ordered it for my shop because it's
and it's really cute.
mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. What happened?
Oh, I heard that.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's usually my kids making that kind of noise, not my cats. We only have one cat. So.
What's all that noise? Why is Jim not talking? Why are you not talking to me? Oh, Jesus. I have no idea. Can I just tell you, listen, my husband is so allergic to, like, being in a photo or a video or anything, that if I am on live, if I'm doing anything like this, he stays mute the whole day.
Oh.
So I can try to, like, talk to him. He just refuses to talk. He won't talk. It's really crazy and a bit over the top.
But we won't see.
Anyway, it's okay. I know. Somebody said, "What is the video called?" I don't know what were y'all talking about something when I left that was...
No. What you talking about, Bernie? Are you talking about Christy's videos, maybe? I had mentioned that earlier. Oh, yes, Christy's videos. Maybe she can put a link in if she's still here. But she's Georgia Sunshine on YouTube. She does all kinds of unboxings, from fashion to beauty to, I like her, like, she does like dollar store finds, which is really cool. I have 4 kids, so anytime you can find things like nice things on a budget, great. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, she's still here. So she's going to put that link for you.
Excellent.
Yay. Okay, so if you guys are doing this later, I put those half square triangles on either end of the black, and that's going to be like the top of the spool, and you're going to do the same thing for the bottom. And again, you're going to trim those half square triangles down to 5 inches before you put them on the black.
I might do a listing for all the rest of these strips I've got. Let somebody buy them if they want to use them for...
Yeah. Good.
Hey, you never know. Might want them.
Yeah. I love that Christy finds all these unique and interesting things that I never would have seen or thought if I didn't watch it on her show. Oh, Kelly said sold. Oh, you guys, if you haven't seen it, if you go to Christy's link there, she's got this one video about the best popcorn in America. It's called
Oh goodness.
Pop Amazing. It is so good. After that, I ordered some and like I got a sampler because you can get a sampler of different flavors. And the kids and my husband and I, we had a movie night and it was gone that night. Like we tried all the flavors.
like, all right. Let's see here. I think it's time for another cleanup of my area here.
Yeah, it was so good. Christy said she forgot about it. It was really good. I think the lemon was my favorite.
Oh, the lemon is good.
Yeah. Was it lemon pound cake or something like that?
It was, yeah, it was something like that. Lemon. Something like that.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
And I usually like salty more than sweet, but that was so good.
I know.
Christy said she forgot about the popcorn. It was so good. Yeah. You show us all the new yummy things, Christy. I saw those big old cookies that you had the other day from those huge that could feed like 4 people cookie. That looked really good.
I like when you have Dawson in the video too. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. I love when you have your son. I think that's adorable.
Ugh. Okay. Over here.
My son would never do that. He's so shy. Hey Heather, how you doing?
Hi, Heather.
She said she's tired. She spent all day cleaning. Oh.
Who did? Oh my goodness, Heather.
So.
Oh, Pamela is back. Did you say that?
Yeah, that's all right.
I was sewing. I didn't hear it.
No, you're fine.
I saw her.
Kelly, see you later.
Hi, Heather, seeing the spool wall quilt that Stephanie has behind her.
It's getting there.
How
What are you doing, Yvette?
I'm doing okay. I'm making my half square triangles right now.
Awesome.
Are you like almost done sewing your whole thing together?
Well, I have the whole centerpiece together. I just have to put the borders on. So this is what mine looks like so far. I gotta iron it too. So. You see it?
Yep. Looks lovely.
Now I got a rainbow one.
I'm making those little corners, those little 4 half square triangles for the corners, and then I'm going to sew them onto the white. Is that how you did yours?
No, you sew those onto the black.
Oh, you did it onto the black. Okay.
Put the white pieces on the left and the right first, and then the half square triangles black, and then you attach those after. Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Or I guess you could do it the other way around. That's just the way I did it.
No, your way actually does sound better. So I just hope my camera don't fall over. my tripod is not happy at the angles I'm putting it in.
Oh. Heather said she's planning a baby quilt for her brother and sister-in-law. And she said, why did those two people have to procreate?
Oh, jeez.
Well,
I'm gonna take a pass on that one.
it's a funny thing. You have to have a license to drive a car. You have to have a license to have a dog. There's no license or training to have a kid. Anybody can do it.
Pretty much.
But I know what you mean. Oh, you cut the half square triangles, or you cut this or the squares, I'm sorry, Dorlin, at 6 inches, and then you go down the center of your square and do a 1/4 inch on either side, so you can get 2 half square triangles out of the 2 6-inch pieces. And then they'll be a little bit bigger, and you trim them down to 5 inches. I like the trim down method because then they come out nice and.
Oh my goodness. Amen, sister. I hate whenever they have you sew them together and it's supposed to be perfect, right? Mine never are.
Mine never are. They were always like, when I first started quilting years ago, I did it that way. And mine were always like a 1/4 inch short or something. And I would be so upset. And I'm like, this is crazy. There's got to be another way, because like this is taking the fun out of it, right?
Right, because nobody likes to have every single thing they do all poop.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like where you're getting so upset that you're ready to like quit, right? So then I learned the way of like making them a little bit bigger and trimming them down, and I haven't gone back.
No.
There's a little bit of waste, but I find that just for my peace of mind, I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. Heather said, yeah, everybody can, doesn't mean everybody should. I understand. I've got one of those in my family. I think everybody does.
I think so too.
Ooh, since I'm going to have 2 of these, you know what I think I'm going to do, Yvette?
What? Front and back?
No, I think I'm going to put one down here in my sewing space, the rainbow one, to make it brighter since I'm in the basement. And then I'll put one in my cutting space upstairs, the aqua one, because my room up there is like the beachy theme.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Heather said, y'all should have heard me when I found out the other day. Lots of bad words, lots and lots of bad words. Aw.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. So, Christy, I heard you talking about making your kids Easter baskets. I kind of wondered, like, how old is too old? Not that my kids are there yet. My daughter is the oldest, and we have 1 girl and 3 boys. She's 12. She just turned 12. And when she turned 12, she's like, now that I'm grown, like almost every sentence starts with that. It's hilarious. Like, yeah, because 12 is grown, right? So I asked her the other day, I was like, so now that you're grown, do I have to like still do like Easter and stuff for you? And she's like, yeah.
Sarah is too freaking cute, dude.
Hilarious. She cracks me up. She's a really good.
She also said to her, didn't she say to you, now that I'm grown, can I still call you mommy?
Yeah, mama, yeah. She's still
mama, sorry.
Now that I'm grown, can I still call you mama, or do I have to call you mom? I'm like, you can call me mama as long as you want, because mom makes me feel way older than I am. I am older than I have little kids. I'm in my 40s, but we started late.
Out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah. Oh, Christy said she's 49 and still wants an Easter basket.
I know, I do too. I'm like, what?
Well, you got me one.
There's chocolate involved. I'm in.
You got me that chicken basket, and my kids keep wanting to steal it, and I'm like, no, it's mine.
Oh, God. It was quite cute.
Aw, Christy said her daughter still calls her mama. That's good to know.
Oh, that is good. Like that.
Oh, Pamela said her 24-year-old and her 18-year-old said they're still expecting a basket this year. Okay, Jessica, you finished the middle. Do you mean the whole middle, the whole spool, or just the strips in the, like the colored strips in the middle? If you finish the whole spool, then this border can be pretty much whatever you want it to be, but I made mine 2.5 inches. If it's filled with quilting supplies, they get a bonus. Oh yeah. Yeah, the strips, Jessica, these are 2.5 inch strips. I did that all the way around. Do you think command hooks would stick or sew on the fabric stool so I can use it for a background? Hold on, the chat moved. Background to hang notions on it. I think I will try. It might. I've never hung something like a notion on a command hook. I do use the command Velcro strips on like little small wall hangings. I've got a couple over here. I put them on the back of the little mini quilts and hang them on the wall, and they hold just fine. But I've not used the hooks. Christy said she's thinking about doing a what I put in my teens Easter basket video. That'd be cool.
That would definitely be cool.
Mm-hmm. Lori said she called her parents mommy and daddy until they passed away. Aw. Oh, okay. What is the size needed for the black spool part? Okay, so you're gonna need 2 6.5 inch squares. I'm sorry, 6 inch squares, Jessica. And those you're gonna turn into half square triangles. So 2 6 inch of the black, 2 6 inch of the white to make 4 half square triangles. And then the strip at the top and the bottom of the spool is 5 inches by the width of your strips, which should be 20. So 5 inches times 5 inches wide by 20 long times 2, because there's the top and the bottom. So right on the sides of the spool is 5 inches by 25. You're welcome. Kathleen says she uses the clear command hooks on her rulers.
Yep, I use those too. Or on the rulers.
I've never used command hooks except for like a big, huge one for the front door for a wreath. So if you guys use the command hooks for mini quilts, do you like put loops on the back of your mini quilt? Is that how you hang it? And then put the hooks on, like hook it on the hook, or put it on the hooks to hang it? Hi, Dorlin. Okay. I'll have to try that. Okay, I've done pockets on the back of quilts before, but to hang, but not loops.
I gotta try to remember to do that.
What's that?
To put like the little pockets or something on the back so that I can hang stuff.
Yeah. I usually forget, and then I end up having to like hand stitch it on the back, so I only go through like the back layer.
Well, I will forget, which is all the time. I just a command strip, but I use, let's see, if you'll be able to see. Will it flip around? Yeah, so I'll use those guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They seem to do pretty good. Look, I don't know if Carol's still here, but that's Carol's quilt she sent me.
That's so pretty. Love it.
All right, so I gotta remember, make sure I do this the right way. So that's how I want to go, right? Yes. I should have probably changed my thread. Ah, screw it. Don't we all do that? This is not good. I totally changed my thread. Oh well. White thread on black, no worries.
I know I didn't change mine either, but I figure after it's quilted, it's not going to matter anyway.
That's true.
Carol, she said thank you. She's here. Swap, or was it just a gift?
You're very welcome. She just sent it to me out of the goodness of her heart.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right? What's up, Jellybean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Carol said she showed it on a Piecing It Real Zoom, and you said dibs.
Is that what happened? Jellybean, what are you doing? Where are you going?
He's coming to visit.
No, he probably wants food or something. I mean, seriously. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like food too. There's a cat. All right, so then this one needs to go like that. Correct. So flip that there. Flip that around.
Did I see that you signed up for the next swap, Yvette?
I did. And I begged Lisa to please give me somebody who is okay with really just getting one thing and like maybe a snack.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to swap, but it's way too much pressure on me if I think that I have to make like a million things or get a million things together, you know, to like fill up a 200-pound box. I I just don't have the time to do it all, but I want to do something.
Yeah.
So hopefully she will find someone like that for me. Who like also just wants a bare minimum swap. Just a, you know, make me something, please.
I was gonna write her a note and ask her if she could do a swap like that, where it was just the item that you make and nothing else.
Right. I mean, she always puts on there extras are not necessary, and I get that, but that's not what everyone ends up doing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, like if you can agree with your partner that you want to exchange a whole bunch of things, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I just don't have the time for it.
Right.
And so I don't want to feel guilty.
Right.
So I just want somebody who, you know, is okay with just the bare minimum of the swap. I think she could probably find somebody like that, though, because I think there are a lot of other people who want that.
Yeah. I want that, because it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I'm very happy making something for somebody, but I just want it to be the one thing.
Pamela said, I'll be your partner. I just decided to make my best friend's son a quilt for graduation, and I was thinking of skipping the swap because of that. Yeah. I have a freebie this time, thanks to somebody, and I haven't taken it yet because of that.
Yeah, somebody gave me a freebie last time, and I couldn't do it. I had no time at all. And I really appreciate that, but you guys should know, I mean, like, I bring so many, this sounds terrible, it's going to sound terrible, but I bring a lot of people into the swap, so I always get mine free. So I feel really bad. Somebody paying for me, and then they always get it free, so I'm like, oh, can I pass it on to somebody who, like, needs it and wants to do it?
Yeah. Mary said she's skipping this one because of time as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessica said, I would totally be your swap partner, Yvette. I'm the same way, but then last minute, I'm like, I need more things to send, and me and Donna are going to be partners again this swap. Okay. Cool.
The other thing is, like, with me being, like, I get so many boxes that I have so much stuff in my house. I'd rather just get something handmade and just want to, whatever the item is, just send me that. And hey, if you want to send me some chocolate, I'm good with that. But, you know,
chocolate.
I just have so much stuff in my house.
Yeah.
I just noticed it is 7:50, and I just want to let everybody know that I definitely need to go by like 8:15, 8:20.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't think I'm going to be able to finish before then, but that's okay. I just want to let you guys know, because we usually go and pick up something for dinner on Saturdays, and everything closes at 9 over here.
Yeah.
So, hey, dude.
Guess I better put the pedal to the metal then.
You don't have to. If anything, you'll finish. I definitely don't think I will, but that's okay.
You know how I am, though. If I don't finish something live, it doesn't get finished.
I know.
Yeah.
I tend to be the same way, but I'm telling you, I'm finishing this because I want to hang it on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And if I don't get to finish on here, guys, I will post a picture of everything that I'll post a picture of it, like on Facebook and in Instagram and all of that. You'll see it. And I was just thinking, if you guys want, if you send me a picture of your finished top, doesn't have to be completely finished, just the quilt top needs to be finished. When I'm making the video to put on my YouTube, I'd be happy to include a picture of yours if you'd like. But you need to email it to me.
That would be fun. That'd be kind of like a little trunk show.
Yeah, so just by the end of the weekend, because I'll probably work on it maybe like tomorrow night. And I'm happy to do that. But you have to tell me that you want me to do that. I'm not going to just post everybody's pictures, just FYI.
Oh, Jessica said, why did I make mine 20 strips tall? Now I can make 2. There you go.
There you go.
You can make one for yourself and send one to somebody else, maybe your swap partner. Carol said she loves the rainbow, Yvette.
Yay! It is very pretty. So my rainbow is like 20 inches and my white is 25. Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, your white should be 25 and your black should be 20.
Yeah, but where doesn't it go along the side of the rainbow?
Yeah, that one should be 25, the white along the side.
But my rainbow is only 20.
Oh, did I tell you the wrong thing? Hold on, let me double check.
It could be me. Like, maybe I did my strip wrong? Well, that looks like
Does your rainbow measure 20?
Yeah.
Well, then just cut the white down.
Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't do something wrong because I feel like I must have done something wrong.
No, I mean it worked out. I had to trim just about a ½ inch off mine off the 25, but you know, machines do differently, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but that's quite different. Are your strips? They were 2.5 inches, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm making my thingy right now. Here we go. It really don't matter as long as it looks pretty when I'm done, and it will.
Yeah, because 10 times 2.5 inches is 25. So, oh, I didn't think. Sorry.
But it's allowance.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't think about the seam allowance. So.
Okay, no, that's fine. Listen. I am not worried. You know, I don't worry about scrap.
Yeah. Sorry, not the trim. Sorry, guys. I told you all that did this late last night. I was tired.
You did it in like 10 minutes, so yeah, I'm not worried about it at all.
It was after a long day of work and a little, you know, celebration with our little guy who turned 2, and yeah.
No, we're good.
Pamela said hers came out to 21. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My bad.
You know what? It's better that we're cutting down.
Yeah.
And not. No. Yeah. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'd rather it be not short.
Exactly. Me too.
Yeah. This is why you don't design things on Fridays after a long day.
Yes, because this is fun. It doesn't even matter.
You're right, Pamela. That's what it should come out to. 21 inches.
Well, mine came out to 20, so I still did something wrong. So it don't make no difference. I'm just glad it's longer.
Yeah. So there's my teal one behind me, guys. That's going to go upstairs because my house is peachy colored, and here's my rainbow one.
I love it.
Thank you. It's really breaking up my space down here, so I'm excited. Ooh, Jackie said thanks, girls, have to go eat corned beef and cabbage. Yum. Post them in Yvette's group for us. Oh, Yvette are so pretty.
I'm really happy with it. I'm so glad you did this.
I love that new line. That's so nice.
I know. It's really pretty in person, too. It was like, it looked really pretty online, but then when it got here, it was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I love it. Anybody have any questions while Yvette's sewing? I can answer for you. Pamela, what colors are you using? Are you using rainbow? And I know Jessica's sewing. What colors are you doing? Are you doing rainbow as well? That'll be pretty. I can't wait to see that. Pamela's using leftover jelly roll strips that are yellows and light greens.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
That'll be very springy.
Oh, Jessica's using a jelly roll that's mainly greens and blues. Ooh. There's some pretty
nice.
ones. Ooh. Jessica's using a green batik background and navy for the school.
Ooh.
I cannot wait to see her alls.
I know. Hopefully they'll all be in the jelly beanies.
I'm very excited.
And in fact, if you guys post it to the jelly beanies, you could just tell me right there if you want me to include it in the video.
Yeah.
And I can do that. Heather said, y'all are working on the fun stuff. I get to build backings tonight after the mignonette goes to bed. Oh, geez.
Yeah. I'm working on my paper piece book blocks. This is Lori Fair for a block swap, but doing more unsewing than sewing. Oh.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh, hi, Joy. I don't think I saw you earlier. She said, will this be available to watch later? I just saw you all on here missing the beginning.
Yes, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. And I think that it'll be still here on Facebook, but I'm not really sure how they do it, but it'll definitely be on my YouTube.
She said, by the way, hello, Yvette and Stephanie. Hi, Joy.
Hello.
Oh, you're welcome, Jessica. She said she doesn't get to participate in sew-alongs very often. She's glad she can join. Thank you, Yvette and Stephanie.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't really get to that often either, so I know how you feel. I'm going to have to unstitch mine anyway because my black is like way too long. I don't know how that happened.
Oh.
I'll fix it. Although I might just do that. I have to do it. How would I do that? I have to. Let me see. It looks like it is about a 1/2 inch big. I can fix that.
Yep.
In fact, I'm just going to do that first.
Just to let you know, Yvette, it's 8:11.
Oh, oopie doo.
Mm-hmm. You guys can get food, so.
I know. Be okay if it's just me, but it's not, so.
Yeah. You're welcome, Shelly. And anybody who emailed me for the pattern, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you. You can always email me as you're doing it, or rewatch the video. Like Yvette said, she's going to put it on her YouTube channel. So.
Yeah, I'm going to probably give people a little bit of a chance to finish theirs and send them to me if they want to add it.
Yeah.
And then probably post it like Sunday night, which is basically Monday morning.
Yeah. That'll be fun. It'll be fun to put everybody's on there if they send them to you.
Yeah, I think that would be fun too.
Yeah.
So I'll give everybody a chance to get them in.
Shelly, I can't wait to see yours. You always have cute fabrics too. Can't wait to see everybody's.
I know. I like seeing whenever everybody's done.
Yeah. Does anybody have any last minute questions before we go? For me or Yvette? I can read them out to Yvette if you do.
Thanks, Steph.
Sure. Oh, Shelly said she's going to use the Layla Boutique because of the saying on the selvage.
Oh.
My aqua one that I made is an old line of Layla Boutique, her Nest line. I just love Nest.
Oh my God, I love Nest.
Yeah.
I thought that was Nest. I was going to say something to you. And then it went out of my head.
You know those lines, I don't throw away scrap, so I had scrap and I'm like, ooh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not a scrap keeper, but there's certain lines that I keep.
Yep. Same.
Yep.
This is just a little more difficult to take apart because I pressed open.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
So,
guys. I love this little quilt. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
okay, guys, I guess we've got to stop for tonight. I'm sorry. I kind of thought that at least I would be pretty close to finishing it. I didn't think we're going to be going this long.
You're not that slow. As soon as you get those on, it's real quick. So.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, so I definitely want to see pictures of everything that you guys have done. And like I said, let me know if you want it added to the video. Be happy to do that. And I'll be posting that video sometime like in the wee hours of Sunday night / Monday morning.
Yep. Sounds good. And like I said, if you guys have any
So much
questions, you can email me. It's fine.
Yes. Email her. Bombard her.
Well,
I'm kidding.
That, but...
Okay, bye you guys. I'm so happy you came on, and I'll see you guys later.
Night, y'all.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You too, Yvette.